I'm Roberto Schaefer, and I'm the director of photography on this film, new Bond film. And director of photography means basically you, besides you're directing the photography, the lighting, camera positions, movement, setting up the shots. The process is organic, but it also has a base procedure that's built into it. So we don't just arrive here on the day of shooting and start saying, well, what shall we do? We come down on our tech scouts, our first scout, location scout, tech scout, take a lot of pictures and get a lot of thoughts and ideas.
Bond turns around and walks back out, and then sees us where we're going, and then basically...
And then Mark and I would go through the scenes, and he'll tell me how he wants to block it. You could shoot the middle of it at the first day of the shot of your shooting, and then shoot the beginning 2 months later and the end of it 4 months after that. By planning it beforehand, when we get there, the AD has already had planned out. He knows the shot list. We have diagrams that show where the camera's going to go, where the dolly track goes, and cranes, and so it really helps every department. After about the first week of shooting, looking at dailies, I suddenly got hit that we're doing a very retro, future kind of film. I guess it's just we're trying to make it visually stimulating and have a different kind of feel to it.
My name's Toby Heffman. I'm the second assistant director, and I work on the floor with the first assistant director. Whatever happens, background, extras, cars, crew. We get up early, get in a few hours before call, get actors, extras, everything ready. And throughout the day, it's very diverse, really. You know, from one scene, it can be 750 extras like we're doing now, or it can be a two-hander, two actors in a room doing nothing, but each have their complications.
Roll sound, we're rolling.
It's fun. I mean, coming to a city like this, they don't have a huge film infrastructure. They do have a certain element of it, but everyone's been incredibly cooperative as far as the police, but we're using people who are driving action vehicles that aren't necessarily from a film background, who understand rollings, cuts, resets. It all happens a little more slow. You know, you expect that. No one expects to come in here feeling everyone knows what they're doing.
And the cars, cars, cars.
I'm Chris Munro, and I'm the production sound mixer, and my responsibility is for all the sound during shooting. Can we get the mic a bit closer? That's pretty much the thing I do most of the day. During production, I'm the person here that's looking after what happens to the original recordings of the sound.
Roll sound.
We're rolling. What happens to the actors' dialogue, all the sound effects, anything that's recorded whilst we're actually shooting. One of the problems, of course, is that it's a noisy environment, there's lots of people, it's a busy city, but we need every part of sound to be usable. This is my 5th Bond film, but I previously worked with this director, Mark Forster, on The Kite Runner, and I know that he hates to have any dialogue replaced. He wants all the dialogue to be original. That's the way he works, that's the way he wants this film to sound, and that's what we hope to do. And on Casino Royale, we won a BAFTA for Best Sound, so hopefully this is going to do the same for us. Sorry.
I'm Ana Endara, and I'm the casting extras Panama. I phoned the Bolivian embassy when I first heard that this was supposed to be Bolivian, and that was the beginning of it. The people that is doing the job of Bolivian peasants in the as extras, they're actually indigenous tribe from Panama. They are the Embera tribe. They live in the Chagres River, which is like a national park reserve. If they are from the farthest community, for example, they have to take a 40 minutes boat trip down the river, get to the coast, then the bus is waiting there for them. They get in the bus, and that will take probably an hour and a half, depending on the traffic, to get where we are. When I went there and I first raised the subject, we are going to do a James Bond film, they were going like, King Kong, King Kong. And I said, no, no, King Kong, but James Bond. But then one of them said, oh, that's the guy who has lots of cars, lots of weapons, lots of women, and that's him.
My name is Cliff Fleming. I'm the helicopter support pilot and camera helicopter pilot. We help support the ground cameras by carrying the ground cameras and their crew out in positions. We sling load the nets full of camera equipment and survival equipment in case for some reason we can't get them off the top of the mountains. We take out about 4 or 5 passengers at a time with the helicopter and put them into remote sites.
Help! Help!
We didn't realize that the sites were going to be quite so remote, and the only way to get in and out is that by using the helicopter. The upper positions we've ranged from anywhere from 1,000 feet to 3,000 foot peaks. About enough room to put the skids down on a rock top, and then the crews get out safely and then close the doors, and I fly away, leaving them there.
My name is James Grant. I'm the location manager in Panama. I've been out here since October last year, setting up all the locations for what we're doing here in Panama City and in Colón. Basically, my job entails to sort out the locations and the logistics. Once they've been chosen, it's my job to sort out the deal that we're doing to be here to make it all happen, and communicate with all the local residents and businesses to make sure that when we do film and the chaos does unleash itself, that actually it goes smoothly. Just about had enough time to get everything ready, even though we have been here months. And certainly filming here in Casco Viejo, the old city, fitting the size of crew and the trucks and everything that we're doing into this old part of the town has been quite a challenge. Having said that, we filmed in some fantastic areas, some areas in Panama City that you might not ordinarily go to, but certainly give you the flavour and the colour for what we're after, given that we're trying to make this look like different sort of South American countries. Early next week we're doing the big party scene, which is only about 400 metres away from this location, where we've got 1,000 extras. Some people say that locations just do bins and rubbish, and I think that's why these guys have probably got me sitting here next to this bin, which is I think quite hilarious. These bins are actually starting to go missing, believe it or not. We're having to buy more of them because they're proving so fantastically popular.